Hi. In our third video in our Spirit Guides training, we're looking at false Spirit Guide loopholes to get into your energy field and how they can affect you. In our last class, we looked at how to discern between true and false Spirit Guides. In today's class, we explore the loopholes false Spirit Guides are using to get into your energy field, tamper with you, and basically mess around with your life. We'll reveal methods used by false Spirit Guides to influence you, tamper with you, and really, just make your life downright miserable and cause you a fair few problems. So listen carefully. Take notes, preferably handwritten, as is proof that for some reason using a pen and paper does seem to go better into the brain, but of course up to you. And more importantly, be ready to take action. Once false spirit guides are in your energy field, they have authority to influence your life in various ways. They can do things like programming your thoughts. So once in your energy field, they can tamper with you. They can put in thoughts into your mind that you think are your own thoughts. So suddenly, for no reason, you feel anxious, or you start thinking things about other people, or about your finances, or about your life, which aren't really your thoughts, but you think they are. Bringing negative temptation into your life to take you off track, alluring you. Feeding ego or arrogance into your soul. Putting thoughts into your mind like, hey, you're pretty good, aren't you? Hey, you're doing fine. No, don't listen to those people. Who do you ever think they are telling you what to do? People that are actually quite good for you, or listen to those people, or these people are really good. People who are just simply puffing you up but giving you nothing decent or nothing good or a profit, causing you to be financially struggling by keeping you lethargic, off track, and basically doing something you don't enjoy doing, luring you off your path generally by deceiving you, by leading you astray into a path which isn't really resonant or aligning with what you desire to do and what you love doing, causing you to experience health problems and sickness, and so much more. Remember, they only have this authority if you invite them into your life either directly or indirectly. In other words, you may not intend to, but by your actions you effectively do. So now let's look at some loopholes that they may exploit to get into your field. As we've mentioned before, one of the most common ways spirit guides access your energy field and start causing you difficulties is through your emotional state of being. When you don't know how to control or repressing strong negative emotions, they see an opportunity to strike as they can enter when you're in a lower vibrational state. To ensure your emotions are in tune and don't attract false spirit guides, it's very important to follow these steps. Whenever you feel strong emotions such as jealousy, rage and anger, which you feel, strong fear, bitterness or resentment, depression for no apparent reason or just suddenly come on unexpectedly, and just as an aside, that is a sure way that false spirit guides or even disembodied entities or discarnates are around you. As soon as you start feeling depression, anxious, and just down, and there's no actual reason for it, and I stress that, you can pretty much rest assured in 95% of the situation that's what's happening. And so on, you acknowledge your emotions, own them, express them fully, and release them. Just to spend a bit of time on this one, one thing that's been found in basic psychotherapy and hypnotherapy is that as soon as you're able to express or name your emotions, you release it from your energy field very quickly. So as an example, let's just say that you're feeling angry. Most people, when they feel angry, don't actually say they feel angry because they feel like that's not something I should be feeling. So they repress it, they pretend it's not happening. Sure enough, eventually it implodes and comes out in some other way. They start throwing things around, they might hit someone, they might smash something. Then they go, oh my gosh, why did I do that? I personally believe this is often the root of a lot of domestic violence, for example. Rather than simply saying in a healthy manner, I am angry right now at this situation or at you because, and then voicing it. And psychotherapy shows the moment you're able to do that, the charge or energy behind that emotion releases and takes you out of that vibrational state, which otherwise is allowing spirit guides to get into you. Because spirit guides can only enter you at the vibration in which you are functioning at, in the same way you can only hear music on a radio station on the dial that you're on. If necessary, go scream, bend up a pillow, cry, or whatever you need to do to express yourself. Truth is, you don't even need to do that if you can actually voice it, but that's certainly the next best thing. Just let it out, scream, go for a walk, go to the gym, and most importantly, where as much as you can, name it. Name what you're feeling and why. Even just before doing this video, I noticed I was feeling down for no apparent reason. And when I tuned in, I realized I was feeling a bit of frustration and grief. So I named the emotions and I realized it was to do with something that I felt I was time for me to do, but I was holding back on. So I named it, I spoke it, and as soon as I did, the charge disappeared and dissolved from me. The worst thing you can do is ignore your emotions and just hold them in and pretend they're absolutely not happening. Because as soon as you do that, that's when you not only have things going on in you and you feel the energy and can start attracting sickness and all kinds of stuff and actually make the emotions worse, but you then open yourself up to these negative spirit guides who operate at a similar vibration. I remember an old mentor telling me about a guy who was wandering around, clearly with false spirit guides. And he said the particular spirit guide that was affecting his friend, he realized what had happened. This guy would go to the pub and get drunk to drown his sorrows. So what ended up happening was he attracted a negative spirit guide who basically, when they were on planet Earth themselves, and before they died, they'd been an alcoholic and depressed. So naturally, they're wandering around in those fourth dimension, wondering what to do without a body to attach themselves to or to be around. They meet this guy or see him in that state, and in delight, they attach themselves. Because there's nothing more that spirit guides want but to attach themselves to someone of like emotions. You've probably met people in the physical realm who are gossips or like to kind of say negative things about other people or just be nasty. And so they find nothing better than to meet people who feel the same way as them. In a way, it justifies their actions. So getting back to this, the worst thing you can do is ignore your emotions and hold them in. Over time, all your emotions will store and build up. The heavier your internal storage gets, the stronger influence you will receive from false spirit guides. Another loophole to be aware of is completely living in and remaining attached to the 3D. This includes being driven by personal gain and power. You certainly will attract negative spirit guides that can help you there. And as we've mentioned, many celebrities have unfortunately gone this path and made deals with some very nasty spirit guides. Scarcity and poverty-minded thinking. So where you get caught up with scarcity, and when you get so caught up with struggle and striving and being caught up in the 3D to survive and move away from higher thinking, that's when you start to really go backwards and attract them. Trusting in people and natural circumstances over source of provision. Then sure, you'll start attracting the negative spirit guides that work with these people. They'll start affecting you as well. When you live your life in the 3D and don't follow universal laws and don't focus on a higher way of living, of service to the planet and following your path and why you're here, your spirit guides see this. You start attracting negative spirit guides, and not only that, your own true spirit guides who are here to guide you in your path allow you to experience challenges until you realize what you're doing and get on your path. Why? They're here to guide your journey and help you to get on your path so you can complete your time on earth and not have to keep reincarnating back and coming. So they're here for your good. So to ensure you don't get caught up in a 3D mindset or attachment, you can follow these steps. One is be grateful every day. Whether you're up or down in life, always take a moment to be grateful for everything around you: family, trees, plants, shelter, food, etc. Everything. Trust. As Jesus said, look at the birds and plants. Do you see them struggling and lacking resources and connection with the divine? Or are they out in the world always provided for? And as Christ said, they're always provided for abundantly. You see flowers beautifully looking, birds always with plenty to eat. How much more you, who your heavenly Father loves, was the words Jesus used. Find a way to grow, raise your consciousness, strengthen the internal, whether through meditation, personal development classes, chant, etc. Anything to raise your consciousness and your vibration. And keep living in and showing love. When you live your life with love and compassion for others, for yourself, and for God and the higher self, the dark will no longer touch you. They can't stand being around love. False spirit guides hate love. whereas true spirit guides love it and they attract to you like bees to honey. As the Holy Bible says, we know whoever is born of God sins not, but he that is begotten of God keeps himself, and the wicked one touches him not. If you focus on fearing the dark, that's what you'll attract. Well, if you focus on shining your light and giving love, they can't touch you. You reap what you sow. In other words, if you're born of the light and keep shining your light and working with him, the dark and wicked cannot touch you. So just get on your path and let your light shine, in other words. Do good. Now that you've learned how to close the loopholes false spirit guides exploit, what's next? It's time to connect with your true spirit guides. So once you've learned about the dark, now it's time to switch the light on and connect with the light. In the next class, you're going to be learning a structured process to still your mind and connect with your true spirit guides. And that part we're really looking forward to show you how to connect with them. There's no better way to get rid of false spirit guides than by connecting with true spirit guides of the light of the order of the Christ Melchizedek of Enoch and of the various higher orders. Very quickly, negative ones will dispel. Look forward to seeing you there. Bye for now.